What's a way to leverage your veteran status without coming off as a bro vet? Jonathan, that's an interesting question. What are you trying to leverage is what I would ask first. I honestly try not to use my veteran status to help me in any way. I think people know that I'm a veteran. Well, now obviously, my story's out there, so it's kind of not, it's impossible to hide who the fuck I am sometimes. But, I like in let's say in Hollywood, I didn't try and leverage my veteran status to help me land an acting gig. But as they started doing things like military content or whatever, I did say, hey, I do have experience in this because of my time as a military guy. And I would tell you that this was wrong or this was incorrect and I could help. So I know I did that to help with the show so that they kind of represented veterans in a way that I felt more comfortable. What up, what up, what up? Yeah, I'm getting fancy with this tech stuff. Hey, so I posted a couple of links. You guys can check those out. That's for the mentorship group. People are asking about the mentorship. People are confused about the mentorship group. Okay, so the mentorship group is a purchase subscription. To be a part of our group, we do 4 live calls a month. We have a private group. We have an app. We have challenges, and we have a what do you call it? A male or a man's retreat getting set up for next year, September 8th, 9th, and 10th, with several awesome guest speakers. And so to understand, let me get this focus on me. I think that light in the background messes it up. Let me fix that. Hold on. Ugh. There we go. I'm back. So the way it works, the way the mentorship group works is you sign up for it and you're a part of this community. And this community it's pretty much individuals who are just trying to get over something in life. They're trying to get better at something. It's wellness. It's community. It's resources. It's brotherhood. It's all these things, but it's in this very small package of like really trying to improve everyone's self and whatever that is. So there's men in our group that are struggling with, trying to find their, let's see, I don't want to give people's information out, but I'm saying there's men in the group who are struggling with, I guess, their identity. Who are they? What do they represent? Blah, blah, blah. And we've been working on getting through that. There's men who are struggling with their fitness. We're working through that. We have a fitness expert into the group. There's men that are struggling with their mental health. And we're addressing that. We have resources. We have mentors that are jumping on board to help out with those as well. There are men that are struggling with business. And so obviously I have a lot of experience in business, but I don't consider myself an expert. So I bring on people who are experts. And those are the ones who come in and help communicate with that. So we have some stuff on board. And so like you've seen life coaching groups, this is very different. Okay. I think this is very, if I have to put a word, this is very vulnerable. This is very open. This is kind of that safe space to just be yourself and figure it out. This isn't Jerusalem Vargas coming at you. This is straight up, here's my life, here's my mistakes, here's where I fucked up, and here's how I fixed it. Here's the toxic mindsets I used before. Here's the toxic things I've done before. Here's the things that I used to change that ideology. Here's a list of all the different modalities of healing that I've used for myself because I consider myself the guinea pig to try and do all these different things for you guys to try and give answers. And so I'm using a lot of my resources, a lot of my experience, and I'm giving it to the men who are in our group, as well as I'm bringing on some friends that I consider experts or some gurus in my world and bringing them into the group as well. So I'm giving them access to my community. Let's see, what else? What platforms is interesting? What platforms do I find best for organic growth? I'll say that every platform, I'm sure you know this, every platform has its own personality, right? They all have their own thing that works. I've noticed that LinkedIn does really well when you ask questions or if you're looking for some kind of advice in a business or professional space. Facebook to me is like my free for all. I just post whatever. Facebook and Instagram, I just post whatever the hell I want. I don't give a shit. Twitter, I kind of have to figure out what I want to post because it's really, my Twitter is veteran and Mayans heavy. Mayans isn't like the TV show, so supporters of the show. So I don't know. I just post silly shit, I guess. I don't think too much about like social media growth. I stopped doing that because I'm not growing any business per se, or I try not to chase that because it really felt exhausting. And so I kind of just like live in my own whatever the hell I want to say and whatever I want to present. If I have a new shirt for better and I post it, whether it gets 1 like or 20, I don't care. The shirt's still up there. I'm still paying for the site to stay alive. So it doesn't matter. If more people purchase, that's cool. I try not to spend my focus too much on the marketing aspect of promoting myself, but more so on promoting doing good shit or trying to do good shit for people. I don't know, man. I'm in a whole different space of mindset of it all. I don't want that to be the stress in my life. I'll say it that way. I don't want the stress in my life to be, are people going to purchase my item? It is exhausting. I believe if you have a good product and you tell the truth about the product and the truth about the why of that product, I think you'll get people to follow on and support. That's just kind of what I think. But like, I don't consider myself an expert at all because of the fact that I don't push and drive businesses so they're extremely successful anymore. That's a whole different world. I guess in a sense, I am the business of what I do when it comes to acting and writing. And so that's kind of a different approach. In my world of acting and writing, you have to show up as the expert. I have to write a book as an expert. So I think it's almost like if I was a baker, the proof is in what I bake. And so I guess that's kind of how my world as an actor goes. So then social media is kind of free form. I can just do whatever I want. Was there a question about the mentorship group? I think I missed. Is there a certain program the mentors base their advice on or just personal experience? Joshua Lee, as of now, I am the main mentor. On top of that, we have a guy named Carl Monger, who is a licensed counselor. And we have several other, I have a spiritual leader guy. I have a fitness expert. Everyone's kind of an expert in their field or a subject matter expert in their field. But I'm not here to give advice. I'm here to just kind of say, here's a mindset that I messed up. Here's something that I've done. Here's what worked for me in that sense, Joshua. There's a lot of guys who struggle with loss, right? How to handle loss. I've lost a few people in my day. I'll tell you that. There's some people that struggle with imposter syndrome, right? I think we all do. And so I've been one to be able to speak out and write about these things. I kind of wrote a book on this stuff about my own life. And so we take a deep dive in discussion, man. We talk about life in a way that most probably don't or not willing to get deep into. It's not uncommon in these calls for me to get emotional, right? And it's all part of the process of, to me, is healing trauma and growing. And I can only say this, Josh. Check this out. Check this out, Josh. I'm gonna point you out. I don't even know who you are. Doesn't look familiar, your picture. Okay, I see your picture. You kind of do look familiar. Well, Josh, check this out. I look at myself as the same as anyone else, like the same as you or the same as Roy, who just commented under, or however the case, right? And if we are the same, and I have found myself in bad positions, I imagine that you have too. And so I kind of see things in life as that we're all, like I've said this before in one of my morning podcasts, was like, we're all on this spinning rock, living the human experience, and we all are just trying to find a way to be happy, right? And so if we are all kind of going about life the same, well, then we pretty much have a lot of the same experiences, right? Trauma is a spectrum. So what you consider to be trauma that is crippling, it could be different from me, but it's still trauma, right? Your definition and my definition, it could be completely different, but we're still facing the same truths, right? And so in that sense, that, well, if I can dissect that a little bit better than others and put words to that and help you understand what you're going through, well, then so be it. Here's my advice, or here's what I did, or here's what I experienced, right? And so it's like me and my buddy were texting today about anger, like resentment. Holding resentment towards someone is how toxic that could be. Hey, Tara, how you doing? Holding resentment, right? It's like a bad breakup, or I don't know, you get screwed over in business, or one of your friends stabs you in the back, whatever the case, right? I feel like I've been through my share of things like that. And so what I would say is like holding that resentment. A lot of people hold that and they're like, the best revenge is success. I think is right, but like some people was like, I don't know. I guess the idea of trying to prove the person that did you wrong by being better or whatever is a good thing and a bad thing. I think if you use that energy, I think you're still holding that energy, and I find that to be bad, right? I want to be successful in my own right. I can give two fucks about what anyone thinks to the left and right of me. It's me, my wife, my kids, and we're on a mission, right? That's how I see it. I think if I add any other justification for why I work so hard, it would take away from the true heart of what I'm trying to do. Or if I say like, if I'm trying to be successful to prove someone wrong, right? Like my teacher in 5th grade said I couldn't do it. Yeah, I had a teacher in fucking 2nd grade say something rude, I'm sure. But that's not what drives me. I just don't give a fuck about them. I don't think about them in the sense. I continue moving forward. I have a very positive outlook on life, and I try and keep it that way. And anything like in the negative side of it, I just feel like, yeah, bro, I'll see you soon. There's one of my boys in the group. I'll see you a bit later, big dog. He's in my group. There's several guys in here in my group. Yeah, that's just how I see it. I don't like holding on to the negative, and so that's something we talk about, right? We talked about trauma. We talked about leadership. A lot of people don't understand leadership, or they see leadership in a way, I would say I like to show them my version of leadership, someone who's been in a leadership position for a very long time. And so, man, my face looks red, dog. Like, what's up? Just change his lighting, homie. Why is it so red? Little orangey tones. What? I don't know about that. Say green. Ooh. I'll go back with blue. I think it balances out the red. What's a quote that sticks around in your head? Huh. I wrote something the other day. I posted on here what my quote was. It goes some to the fact of we are not the titles that we chase, but the hard work that it took to get there. Meaning a lot of us are chasing titles, but the truth is we are nothing more than the hard work it took to get there, the discipline, the journey, right? We chase things sometimes and to hold a title. And I say that I've seen this in the military left and right. It's like, oh, I'm a drill sergeant now, and I wear my hat, and I'm a drill sergeant. I'm like, no, man, you're the hard work it took to get there. And that's all you are. That drill sergeant title is nothing. It's going to be there for a minute and it'll be gone. And then what? When do I sleep? I don't sleep good. You know that because my boy texts me because I'm always texting him random times in the middle of the night and randomly. Yeah, I don't sleep much. We know that. I'm hoping to fly out tonight. I'm scared if I don't, but I have a flight later tonight to go somewhere. Yeah, so if you guys have questions about the mentorship group, ask now because I'm about to jump off here and prepare for it. I got a little bit of time. Let me see. Make sure the kids didn't text me. Okay, we're good. So the mentorship group, we're doing everything we can. We are doing everything we can to bring on more men who are struggling, who are trying to find their way, who just need a community. We have some very successful individuals in there, guys who are financially in a great place. We have very successful individuals. We have people that are struggling, trying to figure it out. We have, I had a long call with one of my dudes trying to figure out what's the next step in his life to get him going. That's important. Some of us get stuck in a spot, right? And so sometimes we have to rip it apart, dissect it, and build it back up. So how can we join this? I posted a link in there. If you're really interested, honestly, if you're really interested, there's a link. I posted it. Someone could post it again. Ben, if you don't mind, can you copy, paste, and post it again for me? Big dog. This is interesting. Hey, Mike, I'll answer this just because we have time. So I started my own cannabis brand with the goal to help my fellow veterans. Got any advice for the road ahead? I would say that there are 1 million companies with the same goal, and you have to be the one to stand out in some way, shape, or form. I would say be honest with your brand. Be honest with your customers. Give them the best product you possibly can create. And be ready for a long ride, because being an entrepreneur is very difficult. You will face challenges. You'll want to quit many times over and over again. That's how I feel. Do you ever kick it with Drinking Bros crew anymore? Do I ever kick it with the Drinking Bros crew anymore? We had a call with Jared and Matt about something potentially in the future. We talk. We were supposed to. Me and Matt were supposed to hang out for a dinner, and then life gets busy, so we communicate. Just two. We're living very different lives. Those guys are their business is doing really well, and my world is slightly different. My program is 100% online. Just so you know, it's a group. Levi, did you get that link? What's up? What's up? Man, it's hot in this room. I'm getting over like 20 different colds. It feels like I've been sick for a month. Oh my goodness. Let's see. What do you feel about? Let's see. What's this question? Feel about teammates, family, let you down, and try to take everything from. Oof. You know, we deal with things like this in the group. What do you feel about teammates and family let you down? You know, I think I see family slightly different than most. I don't know, man. I hate this. I don't know. I depend on my wife and my kids. I'll say that. And that's my world. That's my safety net. That's my left and right boundaries. That's anything you want to say. That's it. I have my brother, my sisters. I love them, but they don't pay my bills, right? They will always be my brothers and sisters for sure. And I'll always want a relationship with them. But in the end of the day, my wife and kids are my utmost importance, and they will always be the first decision made. And if there's anything outside of that that tries to bring tension between my world, then their world will get cut out of it real quick. And that's how I see it. You got to be a savage with your family, man. You got to be a savage with them. What else? You love my part in the Mayans? Thank you. Let's see this. Martin, what advice would you give to someone taking the next step in business from sole prop to LLC? Woof. I would tell you to get a good, what is it, CPA, and let them figure that out. I'll be honest with you. I don't make those type of decisions. I have a CPA. She makes all those decisions for us. And what's smarter, because that's her career field. That's her profession. That's her specialty. Mine is making the money, right? Mine is finding a way to continue to bring revenue to the business. That's my goal. And their goal is to make sure that we are doing the right choices on that side of things, on the business structure, perfectly. And so that's how I see that. And I would get, for me, I'm not a professional in that. I'm not a professional in that. I don't know enough about it. And that's what I would say. Hope that's enough. How do you deal with the memories and thoughts of what happened over there? It's called counseling. You're going to have to face it. That's the truth, Cole. You have to face it. You're going to have to accept. You're going to have to go to counseling. And you're going to have to find which one of those long list of different styles of counseling are going to work for you. You're going to have to debrief and decompress and dissect all of that trauma that bothers you, and find a way to heal from that. And I'm gonna be honest. This is the crazy truth. Everyone says demons. I always tell people, like, they always say, "Oh, the demons." I'm just like, got it. We all have these demons, right? Everyone wants to label them as demons, but can you define your demons and exactly what it is that it bothers you? We all know what it is, right? I know what mine is. I know, like, I know exactly what mine is. So it's not these demons. It's not this big shadow over my head that's fucking haunting me. It's about 2 or 3 memories that I'm like, yo, that gives me the willies and uncomfortable as fuck. Okay. Those are the things you need to address directly, straight to the fucking eye of it. Go to a counselor. Here's the things exactly that bothers me. Look, my whole time overseas, most of that shit was dope. Most of it was fun. Most of it was laughs, and most of it was intense, right? When you do combat, it's intense. But if you're like me, it's like this is what we do. I was kind of built to do that job in a sense. And so 90% of shit, 95% of it, I would say, was the dopest experience of my life. And I miss it every day. And I would defend this country over and over again. If there was another thing that felt right, I would say yes to. You see what I'm saying? And so in that time, in that era of my life, I was all in on that. I had no other choice because I had nothing else in life. I'd said, yes, let's go. So I loved 90, man, you could almost say 97% of it was fucking awesome. It was outstanding. My friends, while overseas, we had beautiful relationships and we laughed and we joked. We played pranks on each other. In the camaraderie, you'll never find something that's that passionate and loving and beautiful and just, oof, hard to find. It's hard to beat that, to be honest. But there's these few moments that give me the willies, right? These few moments that I'm like, oh. And those are the ones that I have to focus on. Those are the ones I need to go into a counselor and say, this is exactly what bothers me. This memory, gross. It's disgusting. It bothers me. I can't get it out of my head. I feel guilty for it, right? You have to address that, right? We have to start defining what that demon is and going straight to a counselor saying, fix that one. That's the one. That's the one I can't get out of my head, right? EMDR, let's list them. EMDR, talk therapy, group therapy. I mean, you can do, there's a long list of these things you can work on. There's native version things you can work on. There's psychedelic stuff you can work on. There's a long list of answers that you have to take. That's it. You have to say, all right, I'm willing to go try. Because until then, you're never going to get over that. It's absolutely impossible without having some kind of way of debriefing that. Straight up. So we can't sit here and say, oh, I can't get rid of these memories. You have to sit there and say, okay, these memories suck. Let's go fix it. That's the mentality you have to have. I see my Twitch followers up in here. Chris, you never joined the group, dude. I sent you the link. You never joined. We're doing a call here in about 15 minutes. I thought you were going to be in, bro. With how things have been in the last couple months, I'm glad to hear that life's a little funny right now, but in the end. Okay, I'm not sure what this is, Brian. Let's check this out. Like you are showing good advice to keep the train rolling, man. Much love. Thank you, big dog. Well, Brian, I appreciate you, man. I'm always here for you, dog. We all miss it, Cole. We all miss it. But them days are gone, brother. Those days are gone, and it's okay, man. It's okay. Thanks, Curtis. Appreciate you, big dog. What do you need, Joseph? You tell me what you need, bro. Let's see. You never told me what size jersey you wanted from Regiment. 3XL all day, bro. I like them baggy. I like that baggy fit. What's up, dog? Thanks for checking in, man. I appreciate you. What up, dog? What's this? I was wondering what you think. My wife and I are thinking about creating a podcast to talk about what our lives were like as a dual military couple. Ooh, Daniel, I'll say this. I'm gonna be just on a perspective of like longevity. I think it's interesting. I think any kind of couples podcast is cool. I think there's a lot of information that could be had for those who are looking for it. But I'm curious to how long you can keep that up. When you have a podcast that's focused on one thing, it might cut you short. I would actually just do it on the relationship podcast, and then part of your podcast will talk about the dual military couple. That's what I would do. Thinking longevity. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, I love this. Wait. Hold on. This is the one. Wait, I keep pushing the wrong button. It's a really long, sad story, bro. We all got them. If you need me, hit me up directly, okay? We can talk about it, or you can join the group, however you want to do it. Mark, you called me the other day and I missed it, bro. I'm sorry. I've been super inundated with everything. I think veterans struggle a lot with redefining who they are. Yes, yes. I found a lot of them feel like they're bound to one moment while missing out on it. Yeah, Mark, that's completely correct. And you know, here's a problem. Like, it's super dope to be proud of being a veteran. It's what you should be, but at the same time, remember that we're all human, and so if you push yourself and you alienate yourself out of the circle of the surrounding people, then you've already made yourself that much more alone, feel alone, and then you kind of feel like no one understands me. It's like, no, everyone fucking understands you, dog. I've said this so many times. Sorry, I'm just reading another comment. I said this so many times, like we are the same. Like military and veterans don't have the monopoly on post traumatic stress. We don't have the monopoly on pain, right? So let's stop acting like the fuck we do. We're humans. We go through shit, and we just got to fucking, you know, we need to work better with our brothers to the left and to the right and the civilian counterparts to be one whole fucking loving group, right? And we have to respect whatever we did over there was our time, and other people do their time, and move the fuck on and go and do some more dope ass shit. I think the only way you can move past it and find success is find success in a new field, right? So like kind of pivot all that energy in a different direction, take all the stuff you learned in the military and go somewhere else with that shit. It's the healthiest thing to do. Either way, I hit all the platforms, dog. I'm on LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitch, YouTube. I got them all. I don't care. Spread that message far and wide, right? Thank you very much. I appreciate it. We're just talking about life. I was talking about the mentorship group. A lot of people had questions about it, and so I was trying to give them answers before I jump off here and get to the group right now. I'm coming to Cali real soon, bro. I'm gonna be real soon, and if anyone wants to do some disc golf, that's what I like to do. That's what I like to do. Love you, Timmy boy. Thanks for jumping in here, man. You're not a pro. Are you a legit pro? You're not a legit pro. I love playing disc golf. I'm not good. I just love walking and throwing them discs. Either way. Hold on, let me get back to my man here real quick. Hey, Joseph, just hit me up offline. Just DM me, and we can have a conversation straight up. All right. I didn't use any veteran resources for business. No, I should have. I'm just filling out paperwork sucks. Either way, listen. Hey Billy, I'm gonna forward your stuff later. We'll talk about it later as well. And oh man, we would love some Christmas cookies, bro, because your wife makes the best cookies ever. Thank you. Last question right here is you brought up psychedelics. Nick, hit me up. You brought up psychedelics. I tried ketamine, dude. It's another one of those things I've been. Look at I have resources to every clinic that does it, and so yes, I'm not opposed to any of these things. I'm opposed to people that don't try things. I think we need to try and find answers, right? You got to do the work. That's how I feel. Great job. Good job for your willingness to expand your mind and grow and heal, dude. All right, y'all. Look, I'm out of here. I got my group I got to go jump into. If you guys are interested ever jumping into the group, you already know where to find it. All right. Love you. Later. Yeah, Timmy, give me a call. Give me that call.